Okay, hello everyone. My name is Michael Mitchell. My research will be the WPA in Houston. As of this writing, there are no relevant dissertations nor books on the subject of the WPA in Houston. The trend for books and dissertations are on a state level. The History Department at Texas A&M University has all of the files of the WPA from the National Archives. The Briscoe Center for American History at the University of Texas has the archives of the WPA in Houston and in Texas. As far as books, again, only on the periphery. Milton Jordan and George Cooper wrote Conflict and Cooperation and Reflections in the New Deal in Texas. Lionel Paternood wrote Texas Politics and the New Deal. Back in 1983, James Wright Steele wrote Parks for Texas, Enduring Landscapes of the New Deal. And Keith Volanto wrote Texas Cotton and the New Deal back in 2009. Again, just on the periphery, has nothing to do with the WPA in Houston, let alone Texas. There are a couple of books. There is one about the music project in Dallas, actually. The Federal Music Project, which was part of Federal Project Number 1, which I will deal a little bit with Federal Project Number 1 in Houston when I'm discussing the WPA in Houston. There is one dissertation that does deal with the New Deal in Texas by Lionel Paternood, and one thesis by Thomas Lovell called Houston's Reaction to the New Deal, 1932 to 1936. And that is it. That is all there is to it. And the reason why I chose the WPA is because there is nothing relevant, obviously, in Houston, and let alone Texas. And it's interesting what the New Deal did in Texas as far as the WPA is concerned. And that's why I want to make this a relevant study. My research will ask these three questions. First, did the WPA have a positive or negative influence upon Houston? Second, because Harry Hopkins was such a trailblazer in the area of governmental relief, if you read his book, which I have, Spending to Save, The Complete Story of Relief, you'll understand where he was coming from. My question is, because of that trailblazing within himself, did the WPA hire equally among African Americans, Hispanic Americans, as well as women? Lastly, were the administrators of the project liberal in their views where the project was going? What projects would be constructed and where? And was there actually a bias in what sides of town got the projects built? If you look around Houston, you can see different areas that were done by the WPA. Actually, the Texas State Monument, San Jacinto Monument, actually was built in 1936 by the WPA in Houston. City Hall was built by the WPA. So my focus is actually going to be on the construction part. There are different ideas, that there are different WPA projects under that big umbrella, the sewing project, library project, and adult literacy portions of the program. I will discuss them and how they were in Houston, but it's not going to be my main focus. I'll also deal with Federal Project Number 1, which I alluded to, which employed white-collar workers under the WPA umbrella, but that's not going to be the focus. Mine's going to be mostly the industrial side. I was looking and hoping for a catchy title, and I was thinking either the Port City on Relief or the Space City on Relief. They kind of sound cool. So on that's going to be what I'm going to be doing is the WPA in Houston. And wish me luck.